Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. I had some mirror problems on the camera. Let's just say this is Sunday Dailies. Shall we say Sunday Dailies, the 23rd edition? And we're right at to it. We're right at to it. Talk about a lot. What's been going on lately on the interwebs? You know, trying to work out this new website that might be like next year. Try to drop some content and then drop a few on here and there. So it's like it's crazy. It's kind of crazy, man. Yeah. Let me see something real quick. It's not much going on, but last week everybody was talking about that debate, right? Appreciate y'all support. And last week was crazy. Uh Thursday Thrills is crazy. Yeah, I had to show magic and all the other shit. It was all cool, but I had to speak my mind. But you got a dude that simps for Melly Monaco, right? But you got to do this simps. I'm just gonna leave it alone right here, and let's see what we got here. We ain't gonna do too much. It's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just bottom line. I know people are just gonna look at it for what it is and whatnot. But then again, let's keep going. Because every Friday I'm gonna drop it on that website. But I'll reveal to y'all probably, was it this week? Is it? Yeah, this week. I'll probably reveal to you sometime this week, probably Thursday Thrills, to see what's going on. But you know what type of content I'm going to talk about over there. The ones that's rough. It's gonna be involved the shit I really want to talk about. And I found a platform that's going to do that. Since my boys from the LDBCs over there and a few other people's over there, I'm going to talk about a little bit of intense content. You know what I'm saying? Like you have societies and things like that and politics. I go in depth and more why I think such and such. But then again, it's not just that, but it's just shit that I see. I may screenshot some of the things what's going on and just balance it out. You know what I'm saying? And then report more like a news setting. But since I got this, I'm pretty much in the open. But since I do Sunday dailies, I think Sunday dailies will be on YouTube still, talk about what's going on and what's you know the future. This will be a thing next year, but this year, that's the only pre-record I'm gonna go. It's gonna be every Sundays, and you're gonna get them updates that you see. You're gonna see more of, but live streaming, it's gonna be not as much. I'm just gonna tell you that independent thinking series, we'll see it back in this fall. I'll get it in full swing, and you're not gonna see it like every Tuesday. I used to do it every Monday and every other Tuesday. I might have to move it at a certain time, but we'll see. But Friday, I usually don't stream as much, but I have to stream in the afternoon and just get a feel to it. But Thursday thrills is a thing. I'm trying to get this cleared out, but I will bring back independent thinking series. I believe I can. The best time I will probably do it will be on a Monday. I'll try to do it every other Monday instead of Tuesday. I'm gonna do it Monday because since I ain't got much to do on Monday, that's the stream that I will talk about. It's gonna probably be in the mornings. You may never know. I might schedule it in the mornings, probably somewhere around 9:30 and 10. You got people talk about range of things, and I don't know if I may drop the link or not, but I'm just saying if y'all want to come up, that's fine. But that's the thing that I'm seeing right now. But you got people talking about different things and whatnot. But as you can tell, this platform I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to come up with a variety of topics over there because we're going to talk about a little news and current events and sports, but I'm going to talk about the juicy shit that comes with it. And then you talk about the fan base. I won't go in depth on these derelict idiots on YouTube, but I have one recording that's against these people. That's it. But I'll speak my mind. But it's a mixed channel. But it's like I talk about current events. I talk a little bit of sports, but not too much. It's not a sports channel, but you can create multiple channels. But I'll figure out why this platform is okay in the future wise. But this shit right here is just what it is. I mean, YouTube is it's already mainstream. You can't really say much, but I got that platform undercover. But then again, then again, because Thirsty Thrills, I'm gonna review the platform that I like the most. And it's looking good. So the LDBC is doing a thing over there, and I'm supporting their channels, and I want y'all to come support me. If y'all really want to support me or whatever, if you're interested, it's non-manosphere stuff. I can talk about things that I see on the internet. It's just terrible, and I'll post screenshots, to certain individuals, and yes, I'm gonna talk bad about the so-called Pineapple Show, and I think it's the biggest grift that she ever did. And it's not stalking; it's content. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. So I'm just entertained, but I'm looking at these guys. Why waste the time on the show? She's just coming up with these super chats, and to me, she ain't got no money. It's gonna break it down to you. But I will cook Gilbert Arenas. Can't do it on YouTube because he'll get emotional like a little bitch that he is. But I can cook him over there on that platform. And I can use the word simp freely over here. I don't care nothing about you. But that's the channel I'm going for. But that happens, it's a mix of that. That's the content I'm gonna deal with. But in reality, I feel like a lot of people just need to understand that YouTube is going a different direction. They are getting sued for these lawsuits, the FCC and all this other stuff. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, but mainly the lawsuits is happening. Yeah, they got money, but it's gonna cost them. It's like Disney and things like that. But in reality, you're seeing a bigger picture. The flimsy boys has been utterly destroyed. Everybody stop talking about them, things like that. But I'm just gonna give y'all the nitty gritty. You got to keep their minds on the swivel. It's just I, I don't understand why people just don't see that. I don't see that from people and things like that. But I'm just like, okay. And shouts out to franchise sports, things of that nature. And I'm just gonna go here. Of course, you got Randy Booker over here. He's over there. I used to watch his stuff years ago when I was on the hiatus of YouTube. And I wasn't really into it like that, how I left and came back. So mainly, Sunny Dailies, we talk about a little bit of everything. I know the election, Republican debate is kind of stupid. I know some people believe DeSantis won, but when I was watching the Dan Levitar show, they said a lot of people said he did good, but to me, he did bad. Okay. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I know Trump's in jail, they say, right? But he's in the head of the larger polls. I'm just going to look at something that Republican candidates polls. I'm going to look at the polls real quick. This is crazy. No, this is crazy. And I know people think the Saints going to win, but what's going to hurt him is that Guantanamo incident. A lot of said it don't matter. No, it does matter because it affects you. Nobody's not gonna vote for somebody like that. He'll lose to Biden. Now, most people believe he's winning, but that don't mean nothing. Trump's got the highest polls. DeSantis ain't doing shit because Trump's locked up right now, right? Now, what's today's date? The 27th. This is on the 25th. Okay. Now, I can see you on the screen. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna take myself out the screen for a minute. The national, because this is a big topic. Larry Elder's not in here, and I'm gonna take myself out the screen. Hold on for a minute. Okay, let me hold on for a minute. Okay, you see this right here? DeSantis ain't really leading. Trump is at a high poll since the average of the August 25th, 2023 or 2023. Now DeSantis is right behind him. Yes, he's next in line. He has a shot, but it's just don't mean nothing. Now Pence is low for a reason. I think Pence is low for a reason. What hurts him? They kept talking about Trump. Haley, they kept talking about Trump in that debate, and I believe, and then Tim Scott and all these other guys, they were on board and they ain't scoring. Now the third best is that Indian guy, Ramsway, or what these two. This is kind of interesting. Now, if people don't want DeSantis, why they want this guy? See, I think, and I saw Sergeant Willie Pete was using him as a reference. Salute to SWP for that. But it's basically like, why in the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Why are y'all doing this? Now I understand people, and I see niggas got Trump on their shirts because he's a draw. It's just I know he wasn't on the debate stage, but this is kind of weird. I don't know how they're gonna do it. But in me personally, 2024 election, now he should be ahead and take Trump's polls, but nobody's not gonna vote for DeSantis. I don't think, and I can see DeSantis running again in 2028. I can see that. Shouts out to LB from the Sports and Political Channel for the LDBC. And he even said, and I have to agree with him now because I say, you know what? DeSantis may run a couple years later. I don't think he's going to win the nomination. Most people say he's going to win. I don't see that. Not right now because wherever Trump's case, it won't stick. And if it doesn't stick, that means Trump's going to people gonna side with Trump, and I understand. I understand his popularity. He polarizes. He decimated the media, and now they're trying to break him down and try to get him locked up. He's never going to prison. No, that's delusional talk. And I think that's the problem. It has to be something really bad. Shouts out to Two Raw for TV for saying this. This got to be something really bad because if you realize this poll right here that we're looking at is called the Projects 538.com. I got it right here. It's real sad, but it just goes to show you that this is on August 25th. Now we're on the 27th right now. It's Sunday, and they saw this on Friday after that recent debate that they had. That's why the polls look the way they do. I tell you, nobody cares about the Republican Party. It's a joke, right? As we speak. But Pence is probably the fourth best person out of Haley. So they say four people. Well, Haley's top, five because she's a woman. And she's ahead of Tim Scott. That's a shame. He's not even Tim Scott and everybody else is on the bottom. Now, your top five, like I said, what I tell you, Haley and Pence, yeah. Ramsaway, I forget about him, Vivek or Ramsaway or whatever his name is, but he's third right behind DeSantis. But this guy right here is locked up. Man, that's some crazy shit. But that'd be amazing if he does run for against Biden. I don't get into the what ifs and all that stuff, but Trump is like, this is crazy. Now I know DeSantis should pass him, but I don't see him winning. He's gonna have to do a lot of campaigning. Me personally, I think DeSantis should do a lot of campaigning. If I was his team, I know they're gonna bring up the Guantanamo shit that he did, and that's gonna be heated debates, and they're gonna break down what has he done and all that. I think, do they have a second debate coming up? Because I believe, I'm just gonna post this. I'm gonna put the stats up right here. I'm just gonna leave it on capitalism, and then we'll come back to it. I will do a series of this showing you the old thing right here. It changes, and it probably changes on average. I might have to save this and keep this in mind. Okay. The polls, the latest polls. And this is 50-30 again, Oh, we just come from that. Okay. That's just the latest polls, They said Ron and Vivek on the ticket. That's what they're saying. These two. He's 26%, 29%. Debate watchers answered who performed best in the debate. They said Vivek, the guy right here, performed well, but see, he's a tycoon. I don't see him becoming president. And he's a governor of Florida. He's something fucked up Florida. A lot of people don't like DeSantis. Now, only thing I give him credit though to get out the same sex was you already know he's anti them anyway. But you gotta understand, when I say same sex, I'm talking about gay people. I'm talking about the people that love the same sex, period. I gotta be politically correct on here. But I can say what I want on the other platform and go in depth why he don't want them. But they're tired of him messing up Florida. Now he did change the curriculum of the slavery and things like that. What he's doing is a daunting task. He's he's not a good fit. I would never see him as president. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. These two ain't gonna win, never win. They're just gonna be good candidates. I just don't see him winning that. It's close. On if it's these two, yeah, it's gonna be close. Yeah, DeSantis may have a shot, but I don't know, man. They have to campaign because Trump's got all the damn poll numbers, and it's really crazy, But I just had to show y'all, I'm not gonna go in on the other polls on CNN. I'm not gonna go by that. I don't see what they have. Let's just in case, CNN's got. I don't want no polls like that. And this is primary, September 27th, primary debate. So they will have it again September the next month, the 27th. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that on the 27th in that debate. Yeah. Election day. Election day on November 7th, election day 2023. But the real election day, the presidential will be next year. So yeah, this is their election, or you select who's going to primary races. I don't know if I'm going to be in that. It is what it is. I just don't understand. It's a money race. Now, Ron DeSantis got the most money. He's campaigning hard, and Nikki Haley is. Donald Trump's money is dwindling. That's how CNN got him. They're gonna be biased, but they're pushing DeSantis. See, y'all going by liberal media. I can't take CNN seriously. No, because everybody's got different polling. So I'm saying I got to see it, and they had other reports got Trump winning. Nobody watches mainstream media like that. But CNN's gonna be biased, of course. That's what they do. They're biased as hell on they own account. But you gotta understand, DeSantis may have a shot if Trump doesn't, wherever the case is in filing, they think he's gonna do prison time. That's not gonna happen. It depends on what he did. Now, what the other stuff he did, but is he gonna do the time though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Me personally, I don't care if he does time, but DeSantis ain't beating Biden. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna come up. They're gonna throw some shots at him, and he's terrible. He sounds like a fucking high school kid. I heard him spoke. He's basic as hell. He can't debate worth a lick because we're gonna see what this Indian guy is trying to push. They're trying to put another Barack Obama. That's what they're trying to do. Republicans is trying. They desperate. See, the new right wants to do their thing, but it's kind of interesting. We'll see. Because they'll debate again next month, I believe, next month on September 27th. But that's what they say. They'll have a second debate. So they're preparing for next month. And it's very interesting. But I find it very interesting. People is trying to be pro DeSantis. I don't see it, bro. But I will see him next year. He will win, not next year, but not next year. Years down the line. I will see him in 2028. Yeah, he'll have a better chance to win in 2028. But the primary, but he will go against. I don't think Gavin Newsom will be the Democratic president. I don't. No, he's terrible. He's the sorriest person that ever they have. Nobody's not gonna vote for his ass. It's personal, and I think there's gonna be better candidates in the Democratic Party, and most of them are gonna be women. If they're pushing it, most people are gonna back it. The way society is now, they're pushing towards that. That war in Ukraine is messing up everybody. That's what's hurting people. And I think a lot of people just gonna look at that war and be like, "Oh, all right, it's like a it's like a rubber match of the scenes." But you got to look at the big picture. All the things are in place to see where we at now. But a lot of people just got to understand that in politics, you just got to look at the big picture. And me personally, I look at it like this: if DeSantis win, what's he gonna do? I don't think he's gonna do shit. They ain't gonna let him change stuff. I'm trying to tell you, the Republican parties want to keep everything the same. They just want to balance it out, whatever. And I mean, the Democrats ain't perfect either. Who cares? I mean, Democrats, they've always dictated. This ain't a democracy. This is a republic because Democrats don't really do much either, but they have done some things to make it look happen. I know why people want to pick Joe Biden, but Joe Biden may win this re-election. I mean, reselection, but he's gonna win. It's just like the Obama field again and again. And I think people just need to rinse and repeat. But then again, you can't talk about Putin and everybody else is gone to the other platform. I told you it's going to grow and then YouTube is going to spiral out. But that's the competition. But like I said before, I said again, what can you do in times like these? Right. But I've been watching a lot of boxing documentaries. I just recently saw Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm just gonna go off topic. It's Sunday days. We talk about various topics. Just a little politics here and there, current events here and there. Um, that's a hell of a fighter. That's probably the eighth time I saw his documentary on YouTube a lot. And it's a short documentary about him. I forget what channel, but this dude is a beast. You'll never see a pound for pound guy ever like that ever again. Ever again. Because his training method was crazy. The one he fought against Jake LaMotta, he took like an orange squeezer and he had this raw meat. Now I know a lot of people don't like the blood drinking, but I had to explain what he did. Yeah, it's foul and accustomed to our culture. It's still idolatry. Drinking blood is crazy, flesh and all that. I mean, he did some wild shit. He said that's for stamina, and when he did that, that's why he kept punching so long. And to me, I think that allude to his injuries. This is a combination of a lot of things allude to his injuries when he was out of the boxing ring. He just kept on fighting and ruined him. He wasn't the same after that. After that fight with Doyle, that's the guy that he killed legally in a boxing ring. He was from Cleveland. I believe he's from Cleveland, Ohio. And I think it's Bob Doyle or Billy Doyle or something like that. I believe it was Bob Doyle. I think he killed Doyle. That he wasn't the same after that. After that, he just went further down. He got successful. He kept fighting, win championship. He was good, but he just kept declining each time. Like he wasn't really declining. He was doing great things, but after that, he went further down after that. After that, he was just it's like a shell of himself when he got in his 40s. In his 30s, he was decent. He was good. He still got it in his 30s, but he's just declining. The later prime years. And then after that, he just wasn't the same after that. And then how he died, I think he died when I was like one. Oh, it was over for him then. He was out of there. Ray Robinson, that man's a legend. The greatest pound for pound of all time. And seeing that documentary probably like the eighth or ninth time on YouTube, it's just like this dude is a beast. The reason why I believe they didn't show his prime years, his early years, what they would consider prime in his lighter divisions. I believe most of those fights that you didn't get to see in his middleweight years, it's because they were so brutal. Most of those fights were brutal. They were brutal and violent to the point they didn't show the public. You just saw pictures, but you didn't see the fight. The thing was back then, why is it what? And I've said it wasn't televised. Technically, if it wasn't televised, that means they were so brutal. They had to take pictures of it. It was a crazy fight. It was a crazy fight, and this proves to you that Sugar Ray Robinson was actually the greatest pound for pound all time. Yeah. Let's go look at this real quick. And I'm looking at the big picture. Just looking at it right quick. Yeah, I saw him to this morning. I was saving from last night. That man's a beast, man. Incredible. Incredible. And shouts out to this guy, Joseph Vincent. You know, they did some good pieces on documentaries. He did one with Sweet Pea and everybody, and this shit is wild, man. Saw one with Tyson. I was watching a lot of stuff yesterday on YouTube. I mean, I was into my shit, but it is what it is. But like I said, you're gonna see more of that all the time. But I think part of it is like boxers, it's a violent sport, man. Like Terrell said, he did a piece on Sugar Ray Robinson and a few other fighters back then. Back then was tough. I mean, yeah, Joe Lewis, I saw some of that last night, the documentary by old boy, and they did him dirty. You know, the government, we already know, did him dirty. And he sold his purse away. He did him and Sugar Ray Robinson did the same damn thing, if you notice. The only difference was Sugar Ray Robinson had speed in his punches. He was a speed boxer with power in his hands. Hit either hand, right? Ali mimicked him. The reason why Ali dressed in the black, the white and black trim, is because Sugar Ray Robinson had the white and black trim. He idolized Sugar Ray Robinson. So Ali, a lot of that style that you see, the heavyweight version of him, was a Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson had the footwork. Ali had the footwork. The difference was they had the same style. They're speed boxers. They rely on speed outside, and Ali was sometimes in and out. But Robinson was in and out. But they can hit you with one punch knockout, with one punch. That's how good he was. And they were brutal. And see, back then was different. Boxing was very different back then. It was a different principled type sport. But if you realize how great it was back then in its fresh form, you can fight 15 rounds and go fight in 105 degrees heat. We're talking about scorching heat. This is before AC became a thing, like air conditioning was a thing. It didn't exist back then. A lot of people wouldn't survive back then. Talking how bad the greats are. These younger, they don't understand that y'all wouldn't even be alive and survive back then. It was that rough. We talking about back in the day. Just no internet, no nothing. You had to go outside and be something. It was different back then. Now it's like everything is condensed now. You know what I mean? But anyways, you just you just got to see how it was, man. But y'all catch his documentary, man. You know, just type in Sugar Ray Robinson documentary, and you'll find it is a short documentary about him. Not much, but because somehow what he was about. He is a very complex, nonchalant dude, man. That dude was incredible in the ring. Specimen, great athlete, the greatest ever. The had the fight with fist, two handed, even though it's part of the martial arts style, but boxing, greatest fist fighter that ever lived. It's incredible, man. Like, you know, I watched that and it felt refreshing to watch him again. Like, this dude is incredible. I don't know. I'm just back into my sports documentaries and catch up on my sports and do what's going on. But, you know, enough of the drama with James Hardhead and everybody else, aka Mongo Slave, like Two Raw said. Yeah, he's just ignorant, bro. And it just goes to show you that people's on that type of time. So I'm not even worried about it. So with that, until next time on the next Sunday Dailies on the 24th edition. Shalom to the people of Israel and the Gentiles. Shalom to y'all as well. Until next time, I will see y'all on Sunday Dailies on the 24th edition next week. And also will see you this week on Thursday Thrills, of course. Of course, on the 31st of this month is Thursday Thrills. I will say the 73rd edition, I believe. No, the 72nd edition, excuse me. Like 72 edition or the 72nd. Yeah. So this is the 72nd. Excuse me for that. Apologize. I'll see y'all then on the 31st of this week. So it's like we here. So with that, until next time, I'm signing off and I'm out.